The floor?
Yes.
What is the middle one? The middle one will stop like on your shin. What does that mean? So you have mini, max,
Shinny.
No, but what's the middle one?
I don't know what you call that.
So you have
Mid-length.
Or it's not
You
a
have
midi.
mini, you have...
Midi? You have one near midi?
Never heard of a midi. Never heard of a mini.
What them call
Midi is
it?
a thing?
Yeah, but that's not the official name. She said them call it granny frock. But that's
Hello,
not the
Yen Diesel. Me don't know what it name, but
Yen Diesel.
very fashionable.
All right.
I can say. Go on now.
So the National Labour Market Survey that was done this year was found that most of the jobs being outsourced in Jamaica are for technical and skilled workers. What does that mean, please? When you say outsourced in Jamaica, what does that mean?
Meaning that Jamaica needs the positions, but they're not looking here.
Okay.
So they're looking abroad. So they've outsourced them.
Okay. The survey covered firms from all sectors, and it found that several Jamaican entities looking to employ persons in the 2014 to 2016 period, that they faced great difficulties as many applicants were not ready for the working world. It goes on to say that 43% of entities which were unable to fill vacancies said these were mainly skilled positions, with only 37% for unskilled workers. And it found that lack of work experience, underqualified applicants, and bad impression of applicants during interviews were the top three difficulties entities encountered during the hiring process.
And that's an official labour market survey.
Yeah, but I've never understood this lack of work experience. In other words, if you just come out of school and say, you're not going to get this job because you don't have to work it, well, duh, I just leave school.
Yeah.
I've never understood
That's actually why Grace Kennedy started a program for internships, because Don Webby felt it was not fair for you to leave school.
Yeah, and then they say you don't have no
leave
experience.
school with some killer grades.
Yeah.
And you can't work because you have no experience. But obviously you're not going to have experience, you just
Thank
leave in
you.
school.
So that don't make
So
no
you
sense.
give the young people a chance to gain some experience in your entity, and if they prove themselves efficient, then you hire them.
Yeah, man.
Or, you know.
And the other thing, I remember in an interview, what's her name? Innovators.
Unique Page.
Yeah, and she made a point, and she said hire for attitude and train
And
for
not skills, yeah.
You know, so all right, I come in with a nice attitude. I obviously don't have the experience and maybe the full skill set just yet, but because of my attitude, you can hire me and train me.
Skills are trainable.
Yep.
Attitude, not so much.
Yep.
Very, very big point, Ephraim. All right, highway shock. Guess what, folks? It could take up to another 20 years for the north-south link of Highway 2000 to start making a profit.
20 years.
20 years.
And I see some money that is the matter. About,
Yeah, because they're spending an estimated $30 million a year on debt servicing,
US.
which is twice the revenues of the highway. So they collect 18 million from us every year.
But
They're paying 30. So they're underwater
does not compute.
for the next 20 years.
So here am I thinking that sooner than later the toll have just gone because we make back the money.
No.
It look like this toll
I remember,
forever.
you know.
And not only that, it look like it's going to raise every
remember
year.
in that contract, right, there are stipulations for how often they can ask for a raise.
Yeah.
So is we really soaking up? NROC has racked up 439 million in debt
US.
since the start of the project in October 2003.
US. Incredible. Incredible.
That's a lot of money.
That's incredible. So again, I am thinking that it's soon done and I don't have to pay no toll, but
No.
I am not thinking right.
No, you've been paying toll
Yep. What's the
the
last
rest
one?
of your life. I don't want to talk about this last one. You talk about it.
The great and fantastic Sir Donald, the Trump. Him finally wins something. You know?
He don't win nothing yet.
Well, him win something.
He ain't win
quietly.
nothing.
A win is a win.
Still have to go through the Senate. He hasn't won anything yet. And they've done themselves more.
Well,
of a
him win the
disservice.
first round.
How many rounds in a fight though, ne? We just spoke about the guy who got knocked down.
So it's him,
only the
him gonna get
beginning.
knocked out in the second
You don't
round.
call a match
Oh,
after
but look
the-
for that man. How come that man is president though? Eh?
Honestly.
No, Sir Donald wins.
Yesterday he's like, I'm president, I can't believe it. Yeah, we cannot believe it either, sir. Honestly. So
Sir,
the first part of that healthcare bill, which is set to, according to the last budget, Organization report kicked 24 million Americans off of healthcare.
Yeah.
They've made it worse because it wasn't acceptable in the first permutation. And now the first one has been passed. So it heads to the Senate where some are saying they're sure it will be blocked. President Trump says he's sure, he's confident it will be passed.
Yeah.
So I guess we will wait to see what happens from there. But lots of fallout expected for the Republicans especially who voted.
And I hear the boss say I'm ready to come back out, you know, the great Sir Barack. All right, now look at this sweet little lady. It's time for birthdays.